Hello friends, my name is Tanmay Jadhao and I welcome you all in my YouTube channel. Okay, so today in this session I will particularly talk about biology's first chapter, cell, which is the fundamental unit of all living organisms. So let's start today's session. So students, whenever you look around yourself, you saw various kinds of organisms like plants, animals, insects, microorganisms. Okay, so what do you think all these organisms are made up of? Yes, all these organisms are made up of a basic term called cell. Yes students, all these organisms are made up of cell only. So if I want to describe cell in a basic manner, what I will write? I will write cell is the smallest unit of all living organisms. Okay students, cell is the smallest unit. It is very small. I said it is very small. Cell is very small. If I draw here one point, okay, I can consider this point as a cell. Yes, it is as much as small. For example, if you want to construct any house, what will you require? You will require bricks. Okay, without bricks, it is impossible to construct any house. Similarly, in human body, the smallest unit is cell only. Okay. Now, you will ask me that who discovered the cells? Yes. So, cells was first discovered by Robert Hooke in the year 1665. Okay. Right here, cells were first discovered by Robert Hooke. Okay, Robert Hooke in the year 1665. Remember this year, it is very important. Cells were first discovered by Robert Hooke in the year 1665. So what was his observation? He observed a honeycomb-like structure in a cork slice by using a basic microscope. That microscope was self-designed by Robert Hooke only. Okay. So now we will study cell theory. There were two scientists. First was M.J. Schleiden and second was Theodor Schwann. Both these scientists have formulated the cell theory in the year 1838. Okay. In 1838, M.J. Schleiden and Theodor Schwann formulated the cell theory. Formulated the cell theory. Cell theory was given in the year 1838. You have to remember this year also. In 1838, M.J. Schleiden and Theodor Schwann. Okay, M.J. Schleiden and Theodor Schwann, both these two scientists formulated the cell theory, and they given three main points, or we can say three important postulates. So what was three important postulates of cell theory? Okay. First was all organisms are composed of cells. Yes, students, see, all organisms are composed of cells. Okay, we human beings, plants, animals, all these organisms, all living organisms are composed of cells. Okay. Second was, cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Okay, what is cell? Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Means cells, all cells are having the capacity to perform basic functions in human bodies such as respiration, nutrition, etc. Okay, that's why we call here that cell is the structural and functional unit of life. And third was, I'll write here, each cell are composed or made. These cells are made up of protoplasm. Okay, each cells are made up of protoplasm containing nucleus. Yes, containing nucleus. Okay, containing nucleus, and you know that nucleus is the storehouse of DNA. Storehouse of DNA. And this nucleus was inside the cell. Here I will write inside the cell. Inside the cell. Okay, and plasma membrane outside the cell. Okay, students, three important postulates were given by M.J. Schleiden and Theodor Schwann. First was, all organisms are composed of cells, whether it is plants, animals or human beings. Second was, cells is the structural and functional unit of life. And cell is having the capacity to perform all basic functions like respiration, nutrition, etc. Third was, each cells are made up of protoplasm containing nucleus, and nucleus is the storehouse of DNA. Okay, inside the cell and plasma membrane outside the cell. But students, there was another scientist who added a new statement inside a cell theory, and that scientist's name was Rudolf Virchow. Okay, what was that scientist's name? Rudolf Virchow. What did he say? He said omnis cellula e cellula. What is the meaning of this sentence? This sentence tells that each new cell develops from pre-existing cells, okay? Or each new cells develop from pre-existing cells. Okay? Each new cells develop from pre-existing cells. Suppose this is cell. So this cell is having the capacity to divide and form two new cells. So each new cells develop from pre-existing cells. Okay? But students, there was some objections in cell theory. Yes. Objections of cell theory. Objection of cell theory. So what was that objection? That objection was that viruses are acellular. Acellular meaning is means they are not having capacity to divide. Okay, viruses are acellular. Viruses are acellular and they are dead outside the human body. Outside the body or human body, outside the body. Okay, viruses are acellular means they are not having any capacity to divide and they are also dead outside the body. And Rudolf Virchow said that each new cells develop from pre-existing cells. So this was the objection of cell theory. Okay, so now students, here we will study two basic types of cells, and yes, both are prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Okay, so here I have drawn eukaryotic and prokaryotic diagram. Okay, this is eukaryotic and this is prokaryotic. So what is the basic difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic? So cells which possesses a well-formed nucleus is called eukaryotic, and cells which do not possesses a well-formed nucleus is called prokaryotic. Okay, so see, here is the nucleus in eukaryotic. This is the nucleus. Okay, this shaded portion is of nucleus and nucleolus is present here. Okay, it is nucleolus. Here is the nuclear membrane. This, okay, it is nuclear membrane and it is mitochondria. Mitochondria. And these circles like shape are called as ribosomes. Okay, these ribosomes are present in prokaryotic cell also. Here is only nucleoid. See this shaded portion, this is nucleoid, but here nucleus plus nucleolus, here is only nucleoid, and this outer part is called as capsule, and this middle part, okay, this middle part is called as cell wall, and it is cell membrane. Okay, it is cell membrane, and this tail like shape is called as flagellum. So now I will tell you what is the meaning of eukaryotic and prokaryotic. So basically eu meaning is new, N-E-W, new, and karyotic meaning is nucleus. Okay, cells which possesses new nucleus are called eukaryotic, and meaning of pro, here pro meaning is primitive. What is primitive? And in other words, primitive means old. Okay, primitive means old, and karyotic meaning is nucleus. Okay, karyotic meaning is nucleus. So cells which possesses primitive or old nucleus are called prokaryotic, and cells which possesses a well-defined or a new nucleus are called eukaryotic cells. Okay, these are two basic types of cells, eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Okay, so students, now here is the three basic difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Okay, what are that? Prokaryotic cell is unicellular. Yes, unicellular means an organism consists of single cells. Okay, unicellular meaning is single cell, and whereas eukaryotic cell consists of multicellular, means more than one cell. Okay, multicellular meaning is, where I will write, okay, more than one cell. Okay, more than one cell. And prokaryotic cells are small in size. They are small in size, but eukaryotic cells are comparatively larger. Means not as much as big or very small. They are comparatively larger. Okay. And prokaryotic cell, the nucleolus is absent, but nucleoid is present. Okay. And in eukaryotic cell, nucleolus is present with nucleus. Okay. I I hope you have understand this difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So now students, we are going to see three main basic difference between plant cells and animal cells. Okay, on your screen you are able to see both cells diagram. So what are three basic difference? Animal cells are smaller as compared to plant cell. Animal cells are generally smaller, okay, as compared to plant cell, where plant cells are comparatively larger. Here comparatively meaning is not so big, not so small, okay. Cell wall is absent, which is a bad thing because cell wall prevents from outer weather, and plant cell cell wall is present, okay. Vacuoles are smaller in size and more in number. Okay, vacuoles are smaller in size. They are small in size and but more in number. But in case of plant cell, one central large number of vacuoles are present. Okay. So now students, we are going to study nucleus. Yes, nucleus. This nucleus term is present in every cell. Without nucleus, the cell is half only. Nucleus. What is nucleus? Nucleus has a double layered covering called nuclear membrane. Yes. Suppose this is one nucleus. Okay. So it has a double layered covering. This is a double layered covering called nuclear membrane. Okay. What it is? Nuclear membrane. And the nuclear membrane has pores. This nuclear membrane contains some pores, small pores. Pores means some small gaps which allows the material outside the cell or from inside the cell. Okay. So thank you so much students for watching this video. I really hope that you have understood this lesson. Okay. So have a great day ahead. Bye.